What's going on, YouTube? Hefe coming to you at Hefe's Fish Room a little later on Sunday. So, got some bad news, guys. I walked in here and I saw little lady, which is Miss Wild Caught Dovii, sitting over on that sponge, beat to hell, and Goliath, where he still is, chilling inside his log right there. He decided that, he just wasn't happy with her and decided to beat the hell out of her. And I'm convinced that had I not walked in when I did, she would have been dead in the morning. So what I did was I moved her over here inside my 20 tall. Here, let me light it up for y'all. I got it divided right there, as you can see. Got all the little jags and the Amphilophus over here, and I have her over here with lots of water movement and some plants and a little cave that she can go in. She's chilling right up there. I don't know if y'all can see her. She's, well, yeah, there she is. Y'all can see her right back in the back there. She's pissed off that I had to move her, but hey, she's gonna live. And I'll tell y'all what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use this stuff, API Mellifix. It says it treats bacterial infections. That's not what happened to her. She got beat up really bad. However, if you turn it over, it's for open sores. They're not red yet because I'm about to treat them, and it's not even going to get that far. Open body wounds and ripped fins and stuff like this. This stuff is really good, as y'all can see. I mean, I use it when I have a beat up fish, which happens a lot, guys, with these types of fish that we keep. So it's always good to have something on hand like that. Yeah, caveman action there. So I'll show y'all how I treat it. I normally don't use the full amount, simply because I don't sit and let my fish suffer forever. I treat them immediately. And that's the way you should do it, guys. Don't wait to see if they'll pull through. You should immediately treat. Now, that doesn't mean treat with chemicals. I mean, kind of, judge as to, how you should treat whatever the problem is. Like, say, you had two fish that kind of, got into it and, ripped each other up a little bit, and they have a couple split fins. Well, treating in that case, guys, would be separation. Okay, now I'm not one to medicate tanks, as y'all probably know. I mean, I hardly even use chemical filtration, and I always advise against using medications unless they're natural. Now, don't get me wrong, I will use what's that stuff called? Here, let me pull it out real quick. Let's see, I got it. Erythromycin. I'll use that stuff. This is really awesome stuff, an antibacterial. Now, if one of your fish gets beat up really bad, put them inside a hospital tank and treat them with that stuff. If you get cyanobacteria, use 1/4 to half of a dose for 7 days. Aerate the tank real good and it'll get rid of that. But as far as treating fish, guys, with my female Dovii, she got beat up pretty bad. She has split fins, a couple open wounds, and since she is my breeding stock, I'm going to take more precaution with her. I'm not just going to separate her. I'm going to treat her a little bit with the Melafix. She's going to be on a 3-day treatment with that. And, you know, the bottle calls for 7 days, and it also calls for 5 milliliters per 10 gallons. Well, I'm only using 5 milliliters per 20. So I always under-medicate. My water quality is excellent. Now, I will be setting up something pretty awesome to where my water quality will be even better here pretty soon. I want y'all to stay tuned for that. But in all of my tanks, my nitrates are 10 to 15 ppm or less. All my ammonia and nitrites is, of course, at 0. I keep a stable pH between 7.2 to 7.5. I know that doesn't sound stable, but it is stable. 7.2 to 7.5, depending on the test kit that you're reading. And, you know, my water quality is exceptional. Y'all can tell by the vibrancy of my fish, the activity of my fish. And that's another thing too, guys. You know, if you're going to keep these kinds of fish, you really have to take into consideration your time that you can invest in keeping these fish. They do require massive water changes. I don't care how big your system is, they can always benefit from 70 to 90% water change. That's what I do once a week on all of my tanks. All of my tanks are severely understocked. I keep 1 to 2 fish per tank, except for the 120 right now. It's divided with the Mr. Big Rig, which is about to get his own 115-gallon tank. And that's how I keep my water quality so exceptional, guys, is you know, I feed the correct amounts. I do massive water changes every week. And then that just goes to show you, my nitrates are at 10 to 15 ppm with me doing massive water changes. So that just shows you how much waste these fish can produce. And I didn't mean to get off on that tangent, but you know, when you're treating fish, don't always jump to a medication. You know, either separate them or put them inside a hospital tank, shut the lights down, you know, warm up the tank a little bit higher, maybe by 2 to 3 degrees, and just aerate really well. Give them a lot of hiding places and stuff like that. Now, you know, in the case where they get beat up really bad, which is the case most of the time with these cichlids, guys, because they do have teeth, very powerful fish. You know, sometimes you do have to jump to a medication, and if you do, I only recommend using, you know, the herbal medications or all natural medications, and worst case scenario, jumping on the erythromycin bandwagon. That's the only hardcore medicine I'll use. And then that's one of the times when I will throw a Chemi Pure Elite or, you know, a pure carbon filter on my tank, and I'll run that on there for 2 weeks, and I'll change out the carbon every week, just to get that medication out of there, guys. That's how against medication I am, but sometimes you do need it. I don't care who you are, everybody's medicated a tank before. And just to give you an example, if one of my tanks broke out with ick, I wouldn't treat it with the medication. What I would do is I would crank up the temp to about 82 to 85 degrees and just do massive water changes, aerate the tank really well, and you know, let the cycle kill itself. So, you know, and I would throw some salt in the tank as well. You know, you don't always have to medicate, so, you know, just keep that in consideration, guys. And it's going on 9 minutes and I'm just rambling. So as always, thank y'all for watching, thank y'all for commenting, thank y'all for liking, and rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all are thinking. This is what I'm doing, this is what I've done. Y'all have a good evening, and send a prayer up for little lady over there. Peace out, guys.